Well, good morning. Hello. Welcome to the Dana Spencer pre show where we talk about solving problems, building relationships, quitting corporate, and the freedom to walk in our God given purpose. So, how are we feeling this morning? Were you able to get outside and get you some fresh air? Were you able to go to the gym? I was able to go to the gym today and met a new friend today. So I'm just going to jump in with this building relationships because it all ties into my experience at the gym this morning. So, building relationships. That's what we're double clicking into today. In terms of building relationships, whether you have a business, whether you're in real estate, are you using the right bait in order to attract clients? So if you, and I'm not a fisher person, but I've heard that, in order to attract certain fish, you need to use a certain bait. So in this matter of building relationships, let's say we're looking for an investor friendly real estate agent. And you're like, well, why do I need certain bait for that? Well, agents are extremely busy and they don't want to waste their time because time is money and time is valuable. So, in terms of the right bait, are you pre-qualified? Do you know what area you want to look in? Do you know how much you want to spend? Do you know what your maximum, all-in cost is? Do you know, I think I already said location. Like there are some specifics that you can bring to the table because if you're just all over the place, chances are if the agent answers the phone, they probably are not going to answer the phone again. Like you got this one shot, you got to shoot your shot. You got to be the person that they want to work with. What kind of energy are you bringing to the relationship? A lot of people are on energy. And if you have this negative energy, and whenever you are on the phone, you are just, you can just feel negativity. Like, I don't know, the interest rates are so high. We're gonna find a house. I've been looking for a lot. I mean, like that, nobody wants to be around that negative energy, right? So take a look at yourself and see what type of energy that you're bringing to the table. So this morning, so when I go to the gym, like I'm looking my worst. I have my hair, like today I have my hair in two braids, or I might have my hair still wrapped up with my clippies in, or I might have my scarf on, never have my makeup going to the gym, and I'm never wearing perfume. So I am at my all-time worst, right? But people approach me, right? So that the question then becomes, are we using the right bait? Because we might be thinking that men like, so I'm trying to attract a heterosexual Black man. So what does my customer, what type of bait do I need to use in order to attract the customer that I am looking for in a relationship? So when we think about what men like and what men are attracted to, so I'm hearing now that Black men like natural hair and they like natural women. So men out there, tell us. So, do you like the eyelashes? Do you like the wigs? Do you like the weave? Do you like, so as a woman, that might make me feel better to have on, booming face and all this hair, this and the other. But is that what men are attracted to? Now, if you're married and I mean, none of this, all bets are off, it doesn't matter. But for those out here who are single, are we using the right bait to attract what it is that we're looking for? And if we want a man to be attracted to our mind and our intellect, do we have the girls out? Like, are we showing too much of our thought? Like, what are we trying to track? And what bait are we using? So I want you to think about that in your everyday life. And if you are in business, what does your customer need? Had a conversation, and it's going to be coming out really soon on a podcast where I interviewed a couple and they have a lot of short-term rentals. And one of the things that they said is that you have to cater to who your client is. So you have to research the area. You have to know the market. So if you buy a property that's close to a college and your market is college students, well, what do they want in a property? What do they want in a dorm room? Obviously, you're going to have lots of outlets. So when you do your research to know what it is that your customer wants, then you can cater to then you can create a product that will cater to their needs. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? So this is the same thing with relationships. If you want a booming real estate agent who is good with investors, make sure you're pre-qualified. Make sure you're bringing good energy. How can you add value to their lives? Are you looking for property yourself? Are you able to vet some properties and say, hey, I'm looking at, can we go see these three? I've already driven by and they look like something that I would like to look at. If you don't drive by the neighborhood and you get there, you're like, oh, I don't like, see, you've wasted their time. If you had just taken that extra step to drive by the neighborhood, you would know that this isn't a property that you want. So do all that you can to make their lives easier. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, they're supposed to look for property for me and they're supposed to do this and they're supposed to do this and I'm paying them. Well, if you have that attitude, then you're probably not going to get a good agent. And if you are working with an agent as the buyer, technically you are not paying them. The sellers is going to pay them if it has a contract. So don't have that attitude anyway, because chances are agents are not calling you back. So I know it's treat people how you want to be treated, but treat people how they need to be treated in order to help you get to your goal. Because ultimately, you need them to help you to get to whatever your real estate investor goals are. So make sure you're bringing value to the table, regardless of what the situation is. So I just wanted to share that with you today. And in this matter of building relationships, make sure that you have the bait that will attract what you are looking for, because we don't want to attract what we don't want. We don't want to attract negativity. We don't want to attract someone that is going to take us away from God's given plan for our lives, right? So make sure you are definitely using the proper bait in order to attract what you are looking for. And I'm going to pop this up on the screen. I hope you're going to take advantage of this. I spent a lot of time creating this free 5-day mini series for you. The first day talks about mindset and then multiple exit strategies. Oh my goodness. Multiple exit strategies are critical with investing in real estate. If your only strategy is to flip a property or your only strategy is to have a short-term rental, that is extra risky. You have to have multiple ways to get to the kids' ass because so many things change. So please, 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 please check out this free mini series on multiple exit strategies to make sure that the property cash flow will get you to the kids' ass in multiple ways. Do not just have one strategy. And then crunching your numbers, I show you how to use the list price and the renovation estimate in order to figure out how much your profit is going to be. So going into the deal, you already know how much profit you want and you have that as your goal. You should know, hey, for every deal, I want to make $30,000, $50,000. If you only set out to make $10,000, that is too risky because you're not giving yourself enough room for things to happen once you go in there and start the renovation. I mean, $10,000 profit is just not a lot of room. So you definitely want to aim at somewhere between 30 and 50,000, because if you aim at 50,000 and only make 30, I think you're going to be happy with that. If you aim at 40 and you only make 20, you're going to be happy with that. If you aim at 10 and then you are in the negative, then you're not going to be happy with that. So definitely take a look at day 3, that's country numbers, and then roadmap to passive income. I'll tell you about that. And then the 5 strategic partners that you're going to need. I talk a lot about the different people that you're going to need to help you to be a successful real estate investor. So that's all I got for you. I am interviewing people. The Dana Spencer Show will go live soon. I haven't figured out exactly when the date is, but it's going to be super soon. I've already interviewed some people and I'm having so much fun with it, and I want to share all of that with you. So have an amazing day on purpose, and until next time, peace out. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in